Right, man. How we doing today, man? I hope everybody's having a great day. You know, peace and love to the human beings out here in the world that, you know, just want to live in a better place. And, we got to pray for the guidance of those that are being misguided. I was just listening to Lauren Loomer in India. Why she got platformed there, I have no idea. But obviously, the propaganda is to preach hate of the Islamic community. Some of these people call themselves Christians and Jews. And when you look at their history, without outside interference and people masquerading behind a lot of these religions, people live in peace. Nobody's really, caring. First of all, you got almost 2 billion Muslims around the world, right? And their focus is a few thousand or one region of Muslims, really, and they're blaming the whole Islam. You got Muslims in Indonesia, China, everywhere, Russia, South America, Africa, India, Australia. Where's all these terrorists? What are you talking about? Like, they're preaching fear and hate. And like I said, a lot of these people, they're not real Jews or real Christians that do this. These are people masquerading behind, these religions, man. Because Muslims and Christians and Jews have all lived in peace, for centuries. So, and then you got all these Muslims. Why isn't all these billions of Muslims rallying around and getting crazy? But you're preaching fear. There's millions of Muslims all over the United States that all they're doing is working, taking care of their families, and fasting during the month of Ramadan, minding their business, law-abiding citizens. That have, some have come here, some are from here. And, it's disrespectful to do that. And then first it was Muslim extremists, but they always take it out on every Muslim. Then they try to nitpick through the Quran and try to find little things that fit their narrative. That really, they don't know what they're reading. The average person that hear these things, or who's uninformed, and particularly if they are a person that, harbors some type of animosity or hate, this fuels them. But Muslims, Christians, and this nigga Baudet is weak. It's like the second or third time he done let somebody block his shots. This nigga's 7 foot plus, man. Like, come on, man. You got a man. I gotta play a little tougher than that, man. Playing too weak, man. You let Shea Mafia shit really grab his arm, but that's supposed to have been an and one. And you get another play going up for a dunk, and niggas are swiping it out your hand. Like, you gotta go up stronger than that, fam. 7 feet plus, man. But anyway, back to this, man. It's crazy. And we tried to flushing on son. Watching OKC in Minnesota. So, what puzzles me too is, as they're doing this, you still have Muslim countries that support America. And it's mind-boggling, because it's like you hear the hateful rhetoric that's coming from a country that is pretty much benefiting off of your resources and your investments. And you know, they sitting there disrespecting a religion and a faith that you know, deeply love. You put before your own life. I don't understand it. And I don't never hear these people speaking out, asking for apologies. Like, I don't understand. Oh. And I don't understand, like, where are these countries, man, like, speaking out on this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be allowing this to fester like that, man. Like, where are the brothers? And you know what I'm saying? Like, I see pushback coming from a lot of, these people like white folks speak out on it. Islam is still going to spread regardless, and it's spreading heavy in the United States because people are actually reading. You know what I'm saying? They're reading and they're studying it, and they're realizing that they're being fed lies. So you're never going to stop the spread. They're doing everything in their power to try to stop it, but it's not going to stop. But my thing is, where's these Muslim countries speaking out on this stuff, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? This has got to stop, man. It's disrespectful and it's dangerous. Because, like I said, there's Muslims here that, you get people thinking a certain type of way that are uninformed, and they're listening to people like I said in the video, there's very few of these people. It's not a whole lot of these folks, but it's enough of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that they're putting themselves in it. And the problem with it being enough of them is they're putting themselves in positions of power, like getting involved in politics. And like I said, they stopped being cops. And now they're jumping into politics, but they can actually write the laws and try to change the laws. They want to strip, particularly here, they don't want anybody to have nothing. But not only that, it's like they, the targets are always, the blacks and the Muslims. And now it's the Latinos. They getting a taste of it now. With the immigration and things like that. Because like I was saying yesterday, they feel threatened. They feel like they're going to be in the minority. You know what I'm saying? They feel like, these people are scared. You got a lot of them that are scared that they're going to be in a minority. And then you have these ones that are pushing propaganda to advance a foreign country or to advance their certain wishes, around the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, when are these countries going to start speaking out? Like, you have a couple of countries that have, actually said no to the United States, which is, I believe it was Italy and Spain. And so we're not supporting this stuff, man. The Kurds have said they don't want to be a part of what was going on in Iran. So it's, you know what I mean? But like, what happened to these Middle Eastern countries, man? Y'all not speaking out on y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all voices should have been heard more. You know what I'm saying? It's like only people that have small channels, few people speaking out. But like, where are the governments, man? Like, yo, we don't. Like, when you hear this type of rhetoric, why y'all not saying nothing, man? You know what I'm saying? Like. Y'all not saying nothing, man. Like, and y'all letting this stuff fester, man. She shouldn't even have been allowed in India, even though India is not really a Muslim country. They have Muslims there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like these people are pushing a false, pushing false analogy. Like I said, they're scared here in America, and these politicians fed off that fear. But see, but now a lot of them, the ones that actually, and you have MAGA, and there's like different forms of MAGA people, right? You have the Republicans, they're not really MAGA, they're just, Republicans. and they vote MAGA because that was the wave. You know, they're like, all they care about is Republican views, and they don't want anything Democratic, like as far as with the Democrat Party. So they'll just vote party lines. Then you have the MAGA folks. Those are the fearful people. They scared. They think they, you know what I'm saying? And then you have Trump, who fed off of that. And like I said in my video before, now that he had his first term, right, and you know, establishment was still lingering. They're trying to, now establishment is always going to be around, but now that he came in office, when you look at the people he put in positions now, these are different type of people. He was still putting in a few politicians and experienced people first time. Now look, you got Pete Hegseth, Stephen Miller in the White House, Lauren, what was that girl, the one that got fired, Kristi Noem, who else? He's got Nikki Haley, who, you know, she sold out and traded on the Democratic Party, and you know, who else he had, man? He brought in Kennedy. You know, he's got his son-in-law doing moves and stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you got a few radicals and TV people and all this shit. We brought Jeannie Pinero in. Like, look at the people he's bringing in, man. People that spoke highly of him and things like that. And then noticing a lot of people are getting younger. You know, oh yeah, his secretary of what's that girl name? The press secretary. And then what's the Attorney General? Pam Bondi. We haven't heard from her since that hearing. She done got low because she knows that she screwed up. But look at the people that he surrounded himself with. TPA. Now you got Erica Kirk in after, you know, Charlie Kirk's, you know, unfortunate demise. But even that movement, like I said, was pro-white. Like, these are pro-white people. A lot of them are only care about their views. So it's like, you know, when they you know what I'm saying, when you put these people in power, you know, of course they're gonna only care about their own views. And but the problem is now the regular, like a lot of the MAGA people that, you know, did join MAGA and believed in America first, see that it's not America first, and they're like, nah, this guy is doing nothing but everything that he campaigned against. Those are the people that are actually using their head and saying, nah, we've been had. And you have a lot of the Republicans who voted for this guy, you know, they're turning the corner. They're saying, hey, look, man, they're realizing, I mean, they a lot of them knew, but now they're like, nah, you know, this guy is a fraud. You know, and he's not going to pull out of his war because it's too much of an embarrassment for him to pull out the war. You know, the humiliation, you know, for them to, you know, pull out the one. And another thing, where is Netanyahu? You know, the people are reporting that he's gone, things like that. Like, why not come out with some type of, you've been in the public, why not come out with a statement and just say, look, I'm all right, you know, I just got to get low, you know, because of threats or whatever, you know, but, you know, clarify this stuff, man, because, you know, these rumors is getting louder now. You know, but, you know, with Iran, you can't kill this man's whole family, killing their leadership, you know, bombing these people, and they're not going to fight back. And I think that other countries are helping them on the low, you know, because it's their interest for the United States to go down, especially with the stuff the United States has done with helping other countries fight against them and stopping other countries, from making money and doing business with, certain countries. He's hurt. That shit hurt. So that shit hurt, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you stopping countries from doing trade deals and things like that. Then you got another country, you helping a different country fund, funding them was to fight against them. So I think now the tables are turning. And, I think, on the low, those countries are probably like either providing intel, some type of weaponry, advice, they're doing something, and I think that Iran was underestimated. They underestimated them. They thought that after we kill up all these people, that was going to end everything. And it didn't. It made it worse, man. The only country that really kind of recovered after a war that we've seen that prosper was really Germany. Other than that, the rest of these countries that they're destroying around the world, they never recover, man. They go into turmoil and become more violent and get more radicalized. My thing is, if you just leave these people the fuck alone, you probably wouldn't have these problems, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I just, it's, I don't understand, though, back to the original point, how these Muslim countries are not speaking out. And, that was a bad turnover. And, condemning, all this hate speech, man. Like, speak out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're saying, like, they're, our religion is under attack. And, like, I don't hear the condemnation from like, world leaders. Because nobody blames all Christians and blames all the Jewish people for anything that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's blaming them. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every, like, but it seems like when it's Islam, the whole of Islam gets blamed. When it's black folks is angry. Black folks, they're violent, they're lazy, they're angry. We get the stigma too. But, like, it's just, I would like to see a lot of these, Muslim leaders speak out. Like, nah, listen, these people, especially, and let, our president know here that this is not acceptable. That you got people walking around here, around the world, and walking around here speaking hate speech, yet you do business with us. And we probably some of your biggest funders. Like, I don't think that's right, man. Same thing how, I'm starting to see a lot of, people put out, the differences of, Judaism and Christianity. Because I was noticing a lot of Christians supporting, like what the Jews was doing. It's like, how you support and standing with them. You hear some of these people standing with, like, some of these politicians. I don't know how they're not, well, they're calling them out. But mainstream media isn't calling out the hypocrisy of it, because, like, you're standing with a country that doesn't believe in that believes your whole way of life is pretty much false, because they don't believe that your Messiah came already. They don't believe that your Messiah is even real. So how are you supporting them and hiding behind the religion of it? It doesn't make any sense. And now people starting to call that out. You know, like, they don't even believe your religion is real, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I done posted some videos of some of them even saying that, like, calling Americans stupid, like, yet we still sending people over there. It's like, where are the politicians in America to speak out against it? But yet they still continue to speak hate speech towards Muslims. You don't hear no Muslims calling Americans dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear, Muslims going out here preaching hate speech. But yet it's getting targeted towards Muslims. And you're allowing people to go country to country speaking this stuff. And it should be more pushback. Definitely with the Muslim countries, and definitely with more Muslim leaders speaking out on this stuff. Like I said, they are the ones that, the online folks. You got Young Turks, they speak out heavy. But where are the Muslims? They say, nah, this is not what we stand for. We're not terrorists. We're not, it's anti-nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are these brothers, man? And these governments, man? You know what I'm saying? Because those are the bigger voices, man. And those are the ones that can kind of like shut down that narrative, man, and start pushing back on it, man. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, let me get back to this game, man. Fourth quarter, OKC went up on the run. They up 91-80. I said my little guy sleep. Family went out, you know what I'm saying, to get their little nails and stuff done. So it's just a little peaceful afternoon so far. You know, last few days of Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it don't cost much to stop the hate, man. But I say, you're dealing with scared people. They're scared of blacks. They're scared of Muslims. Like I said, they see this country changing. No country's gonna stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, no country's gonna keep the same ideologies, the same way of thinking. But like I said yesterday, we're only about a good 60 plus years removed from the civil rights movement, segregation, and all that other stuff that's happening, man. The hell, that was a super travel, man. About time to play like a man, though, Gobert. That was a man move. Looked like he traveled through the world, but in the 7 seas. But damn, just play like a man, man. But yeah, man, like, they have to preach this fear in order to get the support, because their support, it's like I said, it's not a whole lot of them. Most people, white folks, get along with everybody. Spanish folks get along with everybody. They just here to make a living. A lot of black people, when they use the word DEI, all we wanted was equal opportunity. Nobody's asking you to give us free shit or give us a job. Listen, man, give me the opportunities. That's all we ask for, man. You know what I'm saying? When given the opportunities, you see we can prosper. You know what I'm saying? When given opportunities, look at how we've prospered. Problem is, some of you motherfuckers don't want to see us prosper. Because you're scared, man. We're going to lose our women. We're going to lose our country. People are going to start not wanting to, you know what I'm saying? They're already saying that now. Oh, everything's anti-white and you can't do, hey, come on, cut it out, man. Y'all controlling the wealth. Y'all niggas is getting money, man. Y'all been getting the money. Y'all still getting the money. When you look at who's the richest is all white folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, let everybody else eat, man. You know what I'm saying? Still live in fear, man. You know what I'm saying? Bad Bunny, he has performed some Super Bowl. Here goes Turning Point. You don't think that, coming we're gonna put Kid Rock. You don't think that's racist? You gotta call it what it is, man. I'm pretty sure if the Super Bowl had Taylor Swift, they would have tuned in. It would have been Great America, but because it's Bad Bunny, it's a problem. You know, with us black folks, they've learned to kind of tolerate us, you know, a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been here for hundreds of years. Most of us been here before they got here. They won't tell you that though, but you know, they'll tell you, you guys don't want to be African. You don't want to. It's not that we don't want to be, or you guys want to be Indian. No, we don't. Indian is a label y'all gave the people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, you know, all people are saying is, hey, look, we've been here longer than, you know, you motherfuckers got here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, some of us was brought on boats as well, but the vast majority of us have been here. So, you know, they have to learn how to, you know, live with us, you know, and you know, it was a difficult transition. We had came a long way until recent times when people want to reverse it. And that's what the Make America Great Again movement was really about. That's what Trump really tried to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when was it so great for us? For everybody. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't. It was getting more great for everybody. But, you know, they don't want it to be great for everybody. They want it to be great for one people. Pause. Good pass. Easy layup. This is getting out of hand, man. You know, so like I said, man, they don't want. It's just obvious, man. They don't want to see nobody else have nothing, man. They scared that they're gonna lose control of this country, and you know, they see the Muslim wave. You know, they see some of their own people taking shahada, and you know, they afraid, man. White America, you know, could be out of here in the next couple of decades. And it's not that they're gonna be out of here. It's like their dominance and their stranglehold of control is in jeopardy. You know, so you know, like we gotta get out of these fears, man. Gotta get out of these fears, man. You know, like I said, you know, it's we can all live in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been shown that we can live in peace. I live in a cultural building. Nobody's having problems like that. You have a few people, you know, old folks, you know, they little bullshit complaints of noise and stuff. But for the most part, everybody in the building gets along. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's bothering anybody. There's no fights outside. Nobody's stopping nobody from eating. Nobody's doing anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people could do their laundry in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, you know what I'm saying, pick up they pay their rent. People get their mail. Like, so if we can live like this, why can't other people? I lived in a small town upstate when I was younger with my mom, and there was all kind of people up there, white kids, Russian kids, black kids, Asian, mixed kids. We were all going to school fine. We was all enjoying each other. I was hanging with a lot of white kids and stuff like that. I mean, when I first moved up there, they invited me, my first week of school, they invited me to a kid party. It was I think my friend's name was Derek, and he was having a birthday. They came all the way up on the mountain to pick me up in a limo. Group of white kids, man. And we went to skate. It was a place called Skate Key up where we lived at. And And we went skating. I didn't even know how to skate. And they made sure I got home, man. That was one of the coolest moments of my life, man. Didn't even know these kids like that. And you know, just to make me feel welcome, man. So it's, you know, we don't have to live with fear and hate and all that stuff. And then this thing about Muslims, like, you know, and this is why more of us got to speak out. And nobody's thinking about committing no terrorists. Like, what are you talking about? We got more important things to worry about, like paying bills and taking care of our kids and things like that. Making sure our households together. Nobody thinking about hating some other people. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people, they feeding on fear, man. And fear and lack of knowledge, it feeds off each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's gotta stop, man. And like I said, I would like to see some of our leaders from these Muslim countries, man, speak out and say, hey, look, man, this is not what Islam is about, man. We're not gonna tolerate this no more. We're not gonna do business and things with you guys if you guys are gonna continue to allow these people to prance around the world preaching hate and division. How is that fair to the Muslims around the world who not even thinking like that? They just want to go about their lives, and you put people in danger like that. You're creating division. And this whole administration is just divisive, man. I don't see how they bring people together. They only want to bring one group together, and that's white folk, man. And that's not working because most white folk don't think like them. Like I said, it's a small percentage, but enough that they can cause damage, man. And we just all got to speak out on that shit, man. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Many face, man. You know, everybody have a blessed day. I'm out, man. Stay safe. And you know, hopefully things get better, man, before they get worse, man. Peace.